call the boathouse. Actually, the last guy that lived here used to hang his deer in here after he shot them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this around. This is where Clarissa is. And I want to talk to you about this for a minute, because with this new tool that I got, which I introduced in, I guess, 2 videos ago, I think we have a chance of actually getting something done on this. So let me turn this around. I'm going to talk to you. Okay, here's the problem. These are old zinc-plated screws that I put this whole boat together with. Not good. The zinc just goes all to pieces, especially you put it in salt water, it's shot, okay? And all through this boat, I got zinc-plated screws. And yeah, that's why I was almost tempted to just forget about the whole thing. But what I'm thinking about doing is taking my new Dremel Hello with a metal cutting blade, and I can go taking this stuff all to pieces easily. Now, I got a couple of the screws out here, but where I can't get it out, I can go right underneath here with that metal cutting blade and just cut that screw. Those screws are not that deep. And just get them on out of there. This skeg has to come out for one thing. This is, you know, I need to put a brand new skeg on this boat. And then I've seriously thought about taking these battens off, which this is a batten seam piece of oak that's on here, cutting the battens right off, and then once everything is all put back together, fiberglassing this seam between the side and the top, the side and the bottom of the boat. The other thing that I thought about doing, because these screws are so difficult to get out, is to flip the boat over and go inside and cut behind the each one of the verticals in there, each one of the ribs. Cut the screw out and then drive it on out. Just pop it on out after it's been cut. And then completely replace all the inner ribs one at a time. Kind of like they did on Restoring Tally-Ho. Basically, he went to pulling old ribs out and putting new ribs in. And that's kind of what I have planned, on a much smaller scale, of course. Anyway, that's my idea. I don't know. I just hate it that she's in this kind of rough shape. And I know some people would say, well, you know, what is the point? You know, I've had actually people say, just take it out in the yard and burn it, or make it into a planter. No, I wouldn't do that to a boat. A lot of work went into her, so I'm still thinking about it, guys. I'll get back to you when we make the decision. I just been cleaning this place out all morning. I got most of the stuff out of here. And we're going to be able to turn the old girl over pretty soon, take a look at what's on the inside. I'm hoping to be able to resurrect this old sailboat that I built so many years ago. I still got some garbage to get out of here, but we're getting there. Down here is a pile of mahogany and Circassian walnut. There's a little bit of oak right there. But when I was working in a boatyard, I used to collect scraps. Look at this. Look at this. That, my friend, is Circassian walnut, or Spanish walnut. That's one nice hunk of wood right there. It's pretty stuff. Anyway, I say wood. I'm a wood guy. I'm working on a fiberglass boat down in Massachusetts, but this is kind of my first love right here. It's working on wooden boats. Anyway, gonna work on this and see what we can do. This is just a kind of a lead-in to, after we finish cleaning out, I got to get some more stuff out of that corner. That's an old cot that I made years ago. Well, I put a canvas mat on the frame anyway. And but other than that, I just got to get this junk cleared out of here, and then we can flip her over and start working from the inside out, just like they did on Restoring Tally-Ho. So. Much smaller scale, by the way. Well, guys, it's not perfect, but at least you can see the floor for the most part. All the stuff, the junk is out of here. I'll tell you what, this old girl is mighty heavy. Wicked. Maybe it was I was younger then, but I mean, I used to be able to flip this boat over with no problem. And I'll still be able to flip it, but I tried to lift that bow to get it off that crushed egg crate, milk crate down there. man, I almost couldn't lift it. She's built very, very ruggedly. She's built absolutely clear white pine. Actually, I'm sorry, clear Oregon white pine over the top of spruce and oak frames, and a lot of her was just, well, anyway, let's just put it this way: she's built extremely ruggedly, and it's going to take a lot of work to get her back. But I'm really hoping that by working from the inside out, we'll be able to get this job done. So let me go ahead and get her flipped over, and we'll pick it up from there. Hey guys, I'm out in Clarissa's boat shop here, and I've been cleaning. Well, anyway, let's put it this way: I've got most of this all cleaned up, and about to flip the boat over. During the last 11 years that she's been in here, nicely protected, I would say. She has the bow of the boat crushed an old egg crate that was not egg crate. I'm sorry, milk crate. And I've got to try to flip her over. I want to see what she's looking like on the inside. But anyway, at least we're a long way toward starting to work on the old girl. And let me turn this around. I'll show you what we got. Okay, guys, time for some analysis here. I have got things worked around the best I can to try to get her over, but unfortunately it's not going to work, not without some help, because by the time I get her up, and I can stand her almost up on her side going back over into this corner over here, but then I can't just scoot it because it's just going to be too much pressure on the on the port side. And the only way this is going to happen is if I get a couple of guys over here. And the way she came in, by the way, was a bunch of us, I think there were like 3 or 4 of us, carried her in right through this door on her side, and then just went straight to the upside down position. Well, that's fine for putting her up on milk crates, and she's been that way for 11 years. But to flip her over means that I'm almost positive the only way she's going to get flipped over and be right side up is if I get a couple of guys over here and we take her out, right out the door, turn her over, and come back in and have her right side up this time. Anyway, what I'm probably going to do, I brought some 2x out here, and I think what I'm going to do is stand her up and prop her for a little while so I can take a look at what I'm dealing with on the inside, and I'll share that with you in just a minute. Well, guys, I've got her down off from her props and back down on a milk crate again on the backside. But I've determined one thing. I'm not going to be able to begin restoration on this until she's right side up, because the whole idea of what I'm going to do is to take and remove one set of ribs at a time. Cut them off, go right underneath the rib and cut every one of those screws. Remove that set of ribs, leave everything else intact so everything is holding its shape. Drive the screws out from the inside. In other words, once they're cut off, I should be able to just pop those out, and that way all those are completely clear. And then we'll begin working on a brand new set of ribs, and we'll replace them one at a time. Now, obviously, it's going to have to be a whole lot of scraping and cleaning, and everything is going to be specially treated this time, and everything is stainless. No more zinc-plated stupid screws. I mean, what a stupid mistake. I'm sorry. Well, it was the mistake of a beginner, and I was trying to cut corners, and I cut corners all right. Basically ruined every fastening in this boat. So, all right, that's it for tonight. I'm going on in. Hey, I'll tell you what, you look around, this place is a whole lot more looking like a boathouse than it was before. All the way over into the corner, got plenty of room to work, plenty of room for equipment. I've got electricity out here now. I have my little unipod here set up for my cell phone for when I'm doing some recording, and we're good to go. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you have a good night. I'll be back. Well, guys, we're out in the boathouse again, and I'll tell you what. Just got to working with my my new Dremel, and I'll tell you what. If it works half as good on the inside, taking out the ribs, as it does here out here with the skegboard, we're all set. I mean, this thing is just working like a charm. I can't believe how fast it cut right through those old zinc-plated screws. Nothing to it. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut a few more of these and let you watch it here as I try to set this up. But this skegboard's got to come off of here. There's no two ways about it. It's just got to put a brand new one on when we finish restoring the boat anyway. So I might as well go ahead and let this be the first thing. Especially when I flip this over, I want to be able to let this thing sit flat on the floor without that skegboard in the way at all, and then just prop it at the bow and at the stern so it just sits completely level and I can work down inside the boat without hassling with it. So, all right, guys, let me flip this around and show you how this new Dremel unit is working. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. This is going to be fantastic. Let me flip it around. Well, guys, it might have taken me 15 minutes to cut all these screws with my wonderful Dremel Multimax, but let me just show you the result. Whoop, wait a minute, I guess we got one more down somewhere. Let's see, where is it? Okay, right in here. Okay, well, I got one or two more to cut, but it's all undone from the bow back. Where is it? Right here. You can see, and part of this is the fact that this is where the daggerboard trunk comes down through. And boy, when I put that thing in, that was tightly fit. So anyway, I don't know if I've got some more screws holding it or not, but I think where I'm holding is still right here. I think I cut this one, but I don't think I may have cut this one. So anyway, okay, well, I'll be done with this in just a minute. Let me get back to you. One more thing I'm going to do this afternoon, now that this is done, which I think I already showed this, but skegboard is completely removed except for right around the daggerboard trunk and stem to stern. And what we're going to do right now, this is about, oh, I don't know how many years worth of bird poop because of that right there. I don't know how many. I'm going to take that down, by the way. I don't think anybody's going to be living there now that I'm using this as a boathouse. So anyway, cleaning up all this crap, bird poop everywhere. Anyway, then with that, I'm done for the day. I've got other things I need to get done. I need to get back on the cushion covers for little girl. But anyway, this is a good start. Good start. And I proved out that my Multimax Dremel tool works fantastic at cutting these screws and pulling up planks. Hopefully it works as well on the inside as it did on the outside. Well, I just finished washing the bottom of the boat. This has been out here for 11 years, upside down, just like this. it has accumulated tons and tons of mouse poop, mouse pee, bird poop. By the way, there's the area that I just finished washing. Looks like far sight better than it did before I started. Still got some bird poop stains there, but whatever. But anyway, this is my first stage. The skegboard has been removed. Everything's been checked out, cleaned. I found those openings over on the port side of the boat. Excuse me, got to get my brain about me here. This is port, that's starboard side of the boat, where I'd replaced a lot of planking earlier. Boy, that's going to be a job. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do about it. Whether we're going to just rip out some planks and just start with all new stuff. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. In the meantime, guys, I'll welcome you to first installment of Reclaiming Clarissa. And this is going to be parallel at a much slower rate than we are with Restoring Little Girl, which has been 3 years so far. And hopefully we'll get this done. We'll see. And we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. It's sad to see an old boat that's been so badly weathered as this has. This has been in 3 years of hot, dry weather in Virginia that we moved down there, and that did a tremendous amount of damage to her and drying her out. Anyway, all right, that's it. No more, no more talk. I go on and on and on. Okay, hey, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to just let this be it for the first episode of Reclaiming Clarissa here, and we'll pick it up with another one later on and show you the progress we're making.